Hello farmers and welcome back to the hills of Tuscany. We're starting off the day once again up at the vineyard. I got the lime situation figured out. I went into my mods I had downloaded and we have used these mods, or at least one of the mods, on Solyndra, where I could spread lime fertilizer and got this beautiful little thing right there. The only problem I have with this thing, I fill this up with lime. It doesn't hold that much. I think 800 liters. We'll see here in just a moment. I originally just got this, and the problem is, well, that much weight behind this small tractor, it lifted the front off the end. So I got myself a 600 kilogram weight. That wasn't enough to offset a full spreader. So then again, I added an additional 600 kilograms to this to make it 1200, which works great when that is full. The problem is when that's empty, then it kind of tips forward a bit. But we get the whole lime situation all taken care of in the vineyard. All the vines have been plowed, so we're all set there. But another thing I went and done, because I want to find out what we're going to be doing here in the future, I have gone ahead and purchased one of the white grape vines. So I bought more land. Wait, I can't go through here. I keep doing this. Got this little fence line here, so we got to back out and go around. Okay, it holds a lot more than I thought it does. It holds 615 liters of material. So it can do lime and fertilizer, but fertilizer does not help us with the grapevines. You guys spray it on the vines. But let's spin around here. All these have been sprayed with lime. So we're going to zip around here. This does have a wide working width of 42 meters, so I'm just going to go down one row and the whole set is taken care of. But we got a few sets to take care of before we move on to the month of September. So right over here, I bought this little plot of land, which has the white grapes on it, and it's been fertilized once, and you can see it does need some lime. So we're going to be harvesting some white grapes. I want to see if I can harvest it with a harvester that we have, or am I going to have to buy the modded one? I'm guessing I'm going to have to buy the modded one. It's there for a reason. So we shall see here in just a little while. I say a little while. I'm hoping we can start doing some harvesting of the grapes in the month of September. If not, maybe the veggies will be done, because they are ready for harvest in August. And we are in August, and our veggies are not quite ready yet. So we'll have to wait and see what tomorrow brings. So we go through the lime pretty darn quick. But at least we got that row done. But now I got to go down and take care of those three sets over there. So let's spin around. And we'll top this off with more lime. Probably have to do it one more time, topping it off. We're going to be doing a little bit of reconfiguration of the farmyard. I love the way the farmyard looks, but I'm going to change a little bit of it because we need a bigger shed for the combine. We're going to have a root crop harvester. Our seed drill kind of, sticks out a little bit too much. We need a bigger shed, and there is a bigger shed. When you download the map itself, you do get a shed pack for the hills of Tuscany, and there is a nice, decent-sized shed in there that we can use. So we're going to be deleting the pig pen and putting down a bigger shed for the combine and such. All right, let's go take care of the other vineyards. Well, I mean, this is all one vineyard. So what do you call a clump of vines? I mean, this whole area is a vineyard. Not too sure. But next season, all these will be, well, after we get done harvesting them, they will be deleted. These are just red grapes. But these are the modded red grapes. And we're going to put down the in-game grapes. So that way we can use course play on it. So again, my future plans for the grapes are mostly course play will be working it. But we'll have the white grapes that we'll have to take care of. Course play will not recognize them. Well, it does recognize them, but it doesn't clump them all together. Alright, can I get one more? Ooh, if I do it correctly... Well, I got like half of that one done. So if I come over here and do like this right here, am I going to get in the middle? If I don't clip onto the vine. Yeah, this tractor does not like all the weight it has on the front and the back. Come on, pick a gear and go, because I want to get this whole row done before we run out of lime. And I'm not going to be able to do it. Oh, and of course I clipped the end there. too busy watching the numbers on the lime spreader, not where I'm driving. All right, lime is cheap. Let's go top this off and come back and finish up the job correctly. Yeah, this tractor, though, once in a while, it doesn't want to pick the right gear. It reminds me a little bit of the Fiat that we had on Solyndra. Why are you not going here? We're stuck at 1 mile an hour. Not sure what's up. I've had this a couple times with this tractor. If I get out, get in, does that solve it? Why? I mean, why are we having a hard time here? I'll get this thing refilled eventually. Eventually, this thing will pick up some pace. I hope. I don't know why we're crawling. All right, let's finish this job off. And that should be all that I need to do. Unless I didn't get a little section through here, but looks like we got it all covered. Perfect. Now let's go ahead and put this tractor away. If we can get up the hill. So we got one stage of fertilization done on the vines. If they are, I don't know if I can fertilize them next month or not, because it has to change a growth stage, I do believe, before I can put down a second stage of fertilization on it. Like I said, for those new watching on this channel, I mostly do precision farming, and this is the first time I've done a Let's Play without precision farming for a while. So trying to remember exactly how the base game stuff works. May take me a moment. I did activate, because it did come out today, is the straw harvest pack, where we can make straw pellets and hay pellets. I don't know if I'll do it on the series, but it's there in case we want to go ahead and do it. But I just want to double check on the vines here before, where are we here? Down over yonder, so we can see. Yeah, it's going to be kind of hard. Well, it looks like I missed a couple spots with a lime, apparently. That's okay. But we're mostly plowed. You can't get on the vines themselves. We can see we got some fertilization down. If I do that, yeah, just one stage. So we will see what happens here in the future. So our first month here in the hills of Tuscany, I do believe, are just about done. But let's go ahead and go back to the farm. Let's actually go right to the pigsty. So here is the beautiful pigsty, but we're not going to be doing pigs on this series. I'm doing that on American Falls. So we're going to get rid of that. I think we're also going to get rid of this. This is a solid fertilizer container. We don't need that because we got our little hut over there that we can grab our material from. So let's go into construction mode. I am going to keep the BGA down there. I just like the looks of it. I don't think I'll use it, but also the shed that I want to put down is not going to fit there. Anyways, let's go ahead and sell this. It's only 12 grand, but the money I don't really care about. Now, I will say, I think what they said on the animals, let me just double check here. If I go to pigs, no, you can replace them down. Okay, so yeah, you can delete. I must be thinking of a different map. You can delete these and you can remove them somewhere else. If I want to put pigs down, we can put the Hills of Tuscany pigsty back down here, but whoops, we don't want to do that. We want to actually go back into construction mode, the pigsty, and we want to sell that. Yes, like I said, it's not worth that much. So we got some weird objects there. We'll sell that. Do I want to sell the light post? I think we will. And the manure pit, we don't need that over here. There we go. And should I remove... Yeah, let's go ahead and remove this street light here as well. Perfect. Now we're going to go into sheds. Well, we are on sheds. And just got to go down to the Hills of Tuscany. Hills of Tuscany mod. A beautiful big shed like this for, it says 65,000, but looks like we got a little bit of a landscaping. I do want to get it like right back in the corner, I think. Is anything else going to be in my way? I don't need to go that far into the corner. Actually, let's get it right up against these tree lines over here. Trying to get the right angle so I can see. I think this will work perfect here. There we go. Let's turn it a little bit like that. Oh, no, don't do that. Stop glitching back here. There we go. It is down. Oh, we got a tree sticking to the back. And now the deer are in here. So now we got ourselves a nice, huge shed to put all of our big equipment into. So we can get it moved on over here. I do see lights in here. Is there a switch or are these automatic ones? They're going to come on when it gets dark. I'm guessing they're going to come on when it gets dark. I also want a shed as well for the header. And you know me, I articulated equipment. Dolly trailers are not my friends. There should be another Hills of Tuscany shed that I can put down that's a drive-through. I call it a drive-through. But where would I put it? You know what? I'll think about that later on. But I think for now, I got plenty of room there. I can drive that header on in, turn it around. It'll be just fine. So let's go here. Let's move this. And this would be a lot better than all this equipment sticking on out. Get this out of the way. I realize I'm going with some big equipment here. That's because we're just going to have, you know, a good amount of fields, and to get the harvest done at a decent rate, I don't want to be going with the smaller equipment. But we do have a little bit of a dip there, and I don't think I left myself enough room to turn around here. Actually, we can just leave that parked just like that, and I think that'll be good. And what else we got here that I probably should move? I guess the drill. I mean, the plow's not too bad. Actually, the drill's not that bad either. I think that can stay there for now. I think everything is all set. And I think we are all set to skip into the next month to see what happens. As for the grass dryer, I'm still not sure where I want to put that. But now that I sold the pig pen, maybe I'll have some room over there. Didn't really quite placing it here because of the slopes. We'd have to flatten out quite a bit amount of land. But maybe we can stick the grass dryer over here somewhere. Maybe even right here? No, that might be closing up the area just a little bit too much. Well, when it comes time to cut grass, well, that's when I'll have to figure it on out. Anyways, yeah, I'm just thinking, we're all set here. The fields that we got to keep in mind, these are vegetable fields, fields 11 and 14. Actually, let me get off that. You can see that, boy, they got a ways to still grow. Sugar beet up in field number 7. I don't think any of that is going to be ready, but the vineyards look like they are going to be ready next month. So let's go ahead and call it a night. And yeah, we'll sleep until 8. $5 million loan. I think our loan payment's going to be somewhere around $16,500, $17,000. I think it came back to me the other day when I was mentioning it that on Hinterland we had a $30 million loan, and I think it was $33,333, 16,666. Of course, it's 666. I get that number quite often. Morning is here. Let's see. All the vines are ready. Actually, there's a lot of fields ready. Let me just double check on our other fields. So the vegetable fields are not ready, and our sugar beet field is not ready. Let me just run over to here, because one thing I got to remember is I got to fertilize the grass field one more time. And the grass field has grown. So we got to get our second stage of fertilization onto that. Perfect. It's looking good. Needs rolling. Well, I don't want to really do the rolling at all in this series. Let's jump on over and get... Well, before we get to the vines, I am going to need a trailer to transport the grapes. Unless I don't get that many. I don't remember, because it's been a while since I've done grapes. So let me just jump over to here. We'll grab our well, it's not a harvester. It will be in just a second here. So we use this to fertilize, but what we can do with this piece of equipment, let's pull out to here, and hopefully I can unload this. This action cannot be performed here. Why not? I own all this. All right, let me get out. Maybe the sheds are in the way. Maybe the production building's in the way. Let me come out here. Alright, how about if I unfold it? Will it unload? I don't have access to this land. Alright, so it has to be unfolded. Alright, let me come back into here. Now will you let me unload here, possibly? This action cannot be performed here. All I want to do is empty out my fertilizer, my liquid fertilizer. Just trying to find a spot to unload it so we can convert this over to a harvester. Alright, I should own all this land. Alright then. Alright, so the fertilizer, I don't want to say is not worth that much. But since we're spending millions of dollars here, let me come over to here. Maybe I'll get reimbursed when I convert this over? I have no idea. I haven't done something like this before. So here's the oxbow, customize. Let's see, we just want a harvester. Should cost us... It's going to cost me nothing to convert it back to a harvester? Alright, customize. Yeah, we did lose all the fertilizer, but that's okay. Alright, the first set of grapes I want to try out. Let me just make sure those are ready. Yeah, all the grapes over here are ready. Let me see if it'll harvest the white grapes. I'm guessing not. But you don't know until you try. Oh, I keep trying to go down this road. Second time already this episode I tried to go down that road. I mean, I can go down the road, but it doesn't get me to the grapes. Alright, let's get the combine unfolded. And when it unfolds, it does raise up. So let's see if it recognizes the white grapes. And the answer is no, it does not. Grapes are still there. Alright, so we're going to have to buy a harvester for the white grapes. No problem. We got the cash to do so. So let's just get started on the red grapes. Now remember, these are the modded ones, so will this harvest the modded red grapes? I do see they're oh, there they are. They do take a second, but they're coming on out. And now we're starting to get some grapes. Yeah, I haven't quite figured out how I want to do the vines when we delete all these. And once again, we're deleting them because I want to use courseplay on most of the vines for the red grapes. But the modded ones, courseplay does not... has a hard time configuring out the entire allotment of the vines. It only sees a row. It won't combine the rows. So we're going to put down the base game red grapes. And once it does that, all the red grapes will probably be done with courseplay, and we'll just have to manually do the white grapes, which is fine. I may just have like that one field of white grapes that we just tried to harvest, and I may convert all the other ones over to red grapes. We'll see. Now, I know grape work isn't a lot of everyone's cup of tea. It's not really mine either, but this series here, I wanted to get into crops that I haven't done much on. And plus, you know, maybe you don't like doing the work of the grapes, just like me, and by showing off how courseplay works on it. And if you want to use courseplay, you're like, okay, well, maybe I'll get involved in the grapes now, just to change it up a little bit. Sometimes it's nice to get into other things that you haven't done yet. If you're like me, where I've definitely played over 1,000 hours of FS22. I don't know how many hours exactly, but I know I went over 1,000 hours a while ago. To keep the game interesting, and I don't want to say challenging, it's not really challenging having a worker do the grapes, but just keep it interesting, just by mixing things up a little bit, is always fun for me. Then, of course, this is going into our grape processing plant, which is right there. I'm trying to see if I want to even buy a trailer for doing grapes. I mean, really, I'm pretty sure I could just go over to the processing plant and unload right from the harvester. Now, some of you out there may have seen some reports, because I saw the report as well, that this harvester does not yield as well as the New Holland harvester. When I did my testing, I found out that not to be true, but maybe when those posts were put out, when the Oxbow series came out a while ago, maybe like 6 months ago, maybe that was the case, and maybe Farming Simulator updated that. But I harvested a whole set of vines like this on No Man's Land on my test map. One with the New Holland, then I reloaded the game and harvested with this, and it was within 2 liters of each other. So just keep that in mind. But this is a nice piece of machinery. We can fertilize 4 rows at a time. Then we can convert it back over to a harvester. Although not being able to unload, I'm not sure why we can't unload the fertilizer. I mean, that kind of sucks a little bit. But this is kind of the main reason why when I did grapes on No Man's Land, I would say back in like January, February of 2023 or 22. No, sorry, 2022. I didn't really see the money into the grapes. The profit didn't seem to be there. Just remember, I do play on hard economy, so that may play a little part of it. But, I mean, I think we'll make a little bit of money, but for the amount of money that we're spending, I just don't think the money is there on them. But, to me, like I said, once again, it's kind of fun to get back into a crop or something that I don't want to say I don't really enjoy. I mean, because right now I'm enjoying it because it's something I haven't done in a couple of years. And I may get into the olives later on. I don't know if I can use this machine on anything for the olives. Even fertilizing, because the small olive trees will not go through the machine. Now, there is a way around that, but I don't know if I want to do that. It would be to eliminate, like, rows. So the harvester would go down like an empty row and just have rows on either side of the harvester. I mean, that's something I could do if I wanted to. And I could actually use the olives because I wouldn't mind making olive oil, because I'm going to need some type of oil to make the potato chips that we'll be making in the future. Now, normally in the future, I keep saying the future quite a bit here, what we're going to be doing, like I may harvest like one set of vines like this, and then I'll say, okay, let's unload here, and we'll let the workers finish up the rest of the vines. But these vines are here, so let's go ahead and harvest them. But I want to bring this over to the production building and just have a good look at this. And I want to see if this will unload here. I don't see why it wouldn't. Aha, we can unload. Perfect. Grapes going in. All right, let's actually get a production building up and running. Start actually producing some money on this map. We'll get to that in just a moment. So let's see. Looks like we are making raisins is the only thing that we can technically make in here, along with grape juice. And we'll get pomace as... Ooh, wait. How do you get pomace? Is that from white grapes? No, we're already making pomace. Oh, so it's in the grape juice recipe. So it'll take let's see, pomace will get 2.5. All right, well, we get what we get. Let's just leave it at that. Do I even want to do raisins? I have no idea. I have no idea what this stuff even sells for. It's been so long. All right, so we got some grapes in there. We don't technically need a trailer to bring them on over. But I will need the other combine, the modded one, for the map. So we go to Grape Technology, and you can see down here, it's pretty much the same combine as the New Holland here, but it's yellow, and you can see it does the grapes there. Let's just go ahead and we will do that. And I don't think we need to do anything other than just going ahead and buy it. Perfect. Spending more money. Spending more and more money is all I'm doing here. Well, you saw me do one set of vines, so I think what we're going to do here, just to make the process a little bit quicker for you all. Oh, the question is, do I got enough room to turn around down here? Now, I kind of did when I was doing the fertilizing, so I would assume I do. It's just a little snug down here. I'm going to have to keep that in mind when I reset the vines down. Maybe this month? All right, I'll have to skip a... I think I'll have to skip a row on this side here. Oh, yep, this is going to be kind of painful. Yeah, so I think the best thing for you guys, instead of watching me kind of struggle through this, is a little bit of a time lapse. But maybe I will start the time lapse when I go over to the other fields, because I'm going to struggle a little bit with these fields over here, I think.
Way to return to the time when everything was easy to learn. Don't know when it started to get so serious. Building up an illusion of a world full of trust. Moving on when everything's gone. It's hard to be strong. Confusion in my mind, no way to turn back time. My soul in need of remedy, don't even know the enemy. When I feel out of touch, can't seem to get enough. Hiding away from everyone, I don't know where I'm coming from. It feels like it never happened, maybe just a dream. Could it be running out of steam? All I know is every time I see you, I feel insecure. I'm unable to find the words, how can I be sure? I'm holding on when everything's gone. I gotta be strong. Confusion in my mind, no way to turn back time. My soul in need of remedy, don't even know the enemy. When I feel
Well, I think the harvest is going okay, I suppose. I don't have that much knowledge into the grapes. But we got a good amount of red grapes. They're all in the wine press, or I don't know what that production building is called. But it's all in there. We're making raisins, pomace, and grape juice. I had a worker bring this combine all the way down over here. It took a while to get here, but eventually it got here. I'm trying to figure out if I can get the rest of these grapes in this harvester or not. The one thing I will say, at least with the red grapes, you can kind of see what rows you haven't done yet, because they kind of stand out a little bit. The white grapes kind of don't show up that much. So I'm also noticing skipping a row with the combines makes it a lot easier. So in the future when I set up course play, I may have them skip a row. Now, I was thinking today I was going to delete the vines and put them back down, but then I remembered I don't think you just can't put the vine. You got to put the vines down during a certain month, just like crops when you're planting them. There's certain months you can put them down. And the reason why I want to do it together, because I kind of want to get the rows in some of the same areas. I do want to change the original set of red vines next to the fence lines. I want to get them a little bit further away, so I got some better, more maneuverable room around the fence lines. 99%. How about that? I'm also thinking I possibly may get rid of some of these wooden fence lines here, guardrails, if you will, around the road, so I can just sneak right across. Just makes it a little bit easier. And yeah, currently right now, I don't think I need a trailer for the grapes when it comes to harvesting. It's just as, you know, just as easy. You just come in here and dump them on out. Well, that is the grape harvest done for the season. I'm assuming this should just unload as well. Kind of interesting that when they made the modded harvester for white grapes, you would think that the harvester could do white grapes or red grapes. It shouldn't matter. But why we got to have different harvesters, not too sure. The Oxbow harvester, I do like that because we can have it as, of course, the sprayer as well. Not really sure why I have some issue with some implements not being able to auto or unload. So I'm going to lose fertilizer every time I do that. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it does, you know, that is a couple grand worth of material that we have to just let disappear. So how are we doing over here? What is it called? Grape juice production building, I guess. So we're going to say we probably had about 13,000 liters of red grapes. We got just a little over 3,000 liters of white grapes, and we got some raisin coming in, and so on and so forth. I just want to go to our stock market page just quickly because now we got some raisins. October currently is the best month for them to be sold. Again, we haven't been here for full years, so these prices are probably, and the best time to sell them might change. So I'll have to wait and see. I got 4,000 liters of liquid fertilizer. Oh, that's right. That's back at the farm shop. Grape juice sells for... We are on hard economy, right? We should be on a hard economy. Those prices look just really good. Maybe they changed the prices of the grape stuff since I've last done it. Economy, yeah, we're on hard. So those prices are looking better and better. I mean, yeah, we did, you know, you got to buy a lot of equipment and harvest a lot and a production building to get that material. It'll just take a while to get back. So when can I plant it? Is it next April? Is it April for the grapes? Where are we? Grapes. There's the white grapes. So that's March. And yeah, so it's the same timeline. So in the springtime, we'll come up here and we'll get rid of these. The one question I have, I don't mind if I delete one row now because it's not going to matter. Do I get money? How do I delete? Oh, demolish. Do I get money back for them? No, we don't. I mean, that's okay. I was just trying to see if I get my money back. And it turns it into just regular soil. Yeah, so we'll be doing that next March. We'll just sell all the grapevines that we own. We don't own these over here. They are ready for harvest, but we don't own those. Yeah, so I'm thinking I might even buy this set here and get rid of the white grapes and do a whole bunch of rows of red grapes down this, up and down this way along the fence line and keep it a little bit further away from that fence line over there. We're not going to make like one constant straight row all the way down because, I mean, if you get stuck halfway in between, it's kind of sucky because then you have to back up all the way. I did get stuck on a grapevine here during the harvest. I don't know what I'm going to be showing in the time lapse or not. But the harvester, I think, was getting stuck. You can see where the terrain is kind of coming uphill, then it flattens out a little bit and dips down and goes back up. I was getting stuck on something. I had to use super strength just to pull myself forward a little bit, and after that, we're fine. So we'll see what happens next season when it comes to this. But when we put down the original in-game grapes, we should be able to use Courseplay, no problem whatsoever. So the grapes are done. They're being processed. They're being handled. And they're being taken care of for now. That is all good. We need to go back to the main farmyard. And we're going to grab almost the Landini, but it's Lamborghini. We do got lime in here. We don't want the lime. Oh, and it's completely full too. I filled it up to do the grapes, didn't I? All right, let me just unload this over here. All right. Yeah, I should just get myself the burrito lime spreader. It'd be easier, which we will. But we're coming over here, and we're going to put some fertilizer into this. Solid fertilizer, yes. Going to quickly take care of our grass field. Now this should be on the widest working width it is. Let me just scroll back. And again, we're going to be making hay for some sheep. And I guess maybe some goats. I guess someone told me that the goats do actually make wool. I thought they were just for milk. But I guess they do make some wool. Do I want goats here? I mean, we're kind of doing that in American Falls, so I may just go with sheep here. And just not be too concerned about it. Now the 42 meters, just not quite wide enough. I did see another grass field on the map in my running arounds. So if I wanted to, we could buy the other grass field and get more grass. But we'll see how much this grass field produces. And again, on the TMR for the cows, we're just doing that because it's a byproduct of the candy facilities that we're going to be putting down when we get the sugar beet up and going. Oh, and that does remind me. Oops, I'm not done with this row over here. What am I doing? I'm getting far ahead of myself here, not thinking of what I'm doing. Yeah, I actually need to go over to the greenhouses, and I think we'll have a look at the greenhouses over there because I do need to make strawberries. And I also need to be making some honey as well. So I should be getting the bees going as well. And I think I'll put the bees over by the greenhouses. And we need the honey and the strawberries for making the candy. That's what we need all that for. Actually, what does the inside of the Lamborghini look like? Not too bad. We'll probably convert this over to have a... Well, am I going to need a front loader? Because if I'm putting grass in a grass dryer, it's going to come out into a trailer. So I'm not going to actually have bales. So I may not need a front end loader on it. Well, we'll worry about that when it comes along. Let's go spend some more money. Let's go find the greenhouses, which I think are somewhere. I think they're over here, actually. Yeah, here we go. Over at the greenhouses. I think instead of just buying, let me turn on the interactive zone markers for us. Interactive zone markers so we can see what we're doing. So we can actually grow shrubs. We can just buy the greenhouses without buying the land. But I think we are going to buy the land just to make it just more... I mean, we should own the land that we have the greenhouses on. It's only 1,500, so let's go ahead and buy the land. I think I just bought the land, right? Yeah. So we should be able to do anything we want with it. And probably put like a water tower in as well. So that way we can get a whole bunch of water. Unless there is a water container here. I probably want to have a big tankers to fill these up on. Well, we got enough big sheds over here as well. Let's see. So that's for shrubs. What do we got here? Very large greenhouse, 30,000. I don't see strawberries in this one here. Is there greenhouses for strawberries on the map? And then we got these type of greenhouses for shrub trees as well. They're 50,000. 50,000 for that. Well, I do need strawberries. That is for darn sure. I don't want to get rid of these greenhouses because... Well, I think we'll just buy one of these greenhouses and see actually what we're making in there. I mean, some crops look a little bit weird. Not sure what they fully are. Oh, that one's on that side. We'll just come over here. We'll get this one, I guess. Like I said, money's not really a thing here. 30,000, we'll buy it. And now everything's dead. Let's just see what that greenhouse makes. Oh, it does make strawberries. Okay, tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, red cabbage, and flowers. Alright, so we will go ahead and buy both of them. Kind of weird that they face different directions, but that's okay. And we'll buy this one as well for 30,000. Good, I don't have to buy the greenhouses. We are good. What do they require here? Water, seeds, and solid fertilizer. Well, I think what we'll probably do is we'll put another one of our seed huts down. Where can I put it? Oh, are these openable? Openable? Do these open? Yes, they do. So probably have like a very small tractor and a small trailer so we can put the fertilizer and everything in. It's going to take a few amount of trips. So what we need here, small tractors, maybe go with like an old-time tractor. 100 horsepower. Yep, he bought it. That's what we're going to use for here. And a small trailer would be good. How small do we want to go? 8,000 articulated trailers I don't like. Something like, can we make that a little bit bigger? 16. Is that going to be enough? Yeah, I mean, that should be fine because we're not really going far with it, right? We're just going around to fill up the greenhouses. That's all we're really doing with it. Let's go ahead and buy that. And do I want to go with a big truck and tanker? That's what I got to figure out. Depends how much water they take. Okay, so where is a good place for the hut? I think the good place for the hut is going to be right over here. Is that under containers? It is. Just having a look around. I don't want to put it in there because that could be good for something in the future. As I keep trying to figure out where I want to put it. I think I'm actually going to put it over here under these lights. That's good. All right, let's go get our small little tractor. And this is just going to be for the greenhouses. All right, let's go back and we'll start putting some seed and solid fertilizer into those greenhouses. So our vineyard is up on the hill on the left and the greenhouses are just right over here. There is an olive grove right here. This is the olive grove where you'll need to use the shaker system, where you put a shaker like on a 3-point linkage and it kind of has like a tarp that goes around the trunk of the tree and a little vibrator shakes the tree and the olives fall off of that. We did some of that on No Man's Land. It worked. Maybe they improved on it a little bit, or maybe it's just something I need to get better at. Will I be doing that in this series? I don't know. Like I said, I want to try out different crops and things that I haven't done so before. Just trying to figure out how much of the stuff I want to get in here. Making money is kind of key in this series because we do have a $5 million loan currently, which I have currently spent $3.5 million. And that the other $1.3 million that we got there, that's going to be, used pretty darn quick. Still got to buy a root crop harvester, the headers for it. Let's come over to here. Solid fertilizer, let's get No, 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 no. I didn't know I could fill up with all that stuff. I think I kind of forgot. Did I go past the seed? Oop, there it goes. Seed, start. The one thing I just got to be a little bit careful of, I don't want to overfill the trailer until I get all the products into the greenhouses, because to unload it, I just have to dump it on the ground. Once I figure out, so the water goes up front, I do know that much. All right, so the seed probably goes where the seed is. How much is it going to take? All right. Took quite a bit. I don't know what production we're in. I'm guessing it holds 2,000, so we can just do one trailer at a time. I don't have to actually keep it completely topped off. I don't think it's going to go through it that quickly. So let's get another trailer load of seed. I think this little setup is going to work nice down here. And I might buy the other greenhouses too, just to, because we're going to be down here topping all this stuff off anyways. So maybe get the other products up and going just so we can have a little passive income. Kind of like I do on American Falls, where we just got it on direct selling. Now I was thinking, let's put the beehives down here, because I got to transport the strawberries and honey on over to the production building, which is going to be, I don't want to say on the other side of the map, it's going to be on the eastern border. The strawberries will get distributed, because this is considered a production building. The honey will not get distributed that way, so I'll have to transport that. So maybe it'd be better if I put the beehives over closer. Solid fertilizer. Before I just do that, it will be solid fertilizer, right? Solid fertilizer. Okay. Solid fertilizer. And I'm guessing it's going to have the same capacity. Then I'll have to figure out the water tanker situation, how I want to do that. Of course, it'll be just easier to have a big tanker filled up with water and go around and top all these off. Smaller tanker, yeah, it'd be a few trips here and there. So I'm guessing the capacity size is going to be the same. Yeah, it's going to be the same. But I think with the grape harvest done, we are pretty much done for the month. And we'll get on to the month of October. We're just waiting for our other fields to grow and be ready for harvesting. And then we got to spend a whole bunch more money, because we got to put down a good amount of production buildings as well. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At least 5 production buildings to put down this year. The candy facilities need to go down. And then the vegetable buildings need to go down. So, yeah, we're going to be spending, like I said, that 1.3 million. I hope that's enough for everything we need to buy. I think it might be for this year. I don't want to borrow more than 5 million. Like I said, we can borrow up to 10 million. The money's not really the thing here in this series. This series is more about just harvesting crops that we haven't gotten to for the most part. And I'm not going to try to plant every crop every year. It's just like one year we might do vegetables or a mixture of vegetables, then we got to do cotton. The grapes, of course, are going to be there every year, because you can't, once those are down, those are down. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, these greenhouses will get going at the beginning at the beginning of next episode. And because I do want to walk around here, I haven't had a good look yet to see if there is a water tanker here, or am I going to have to place one down? Either way, those aren't that expensive. It's just a matter of what do I want to put down. And also, I may just get a truck and a big tanker, and that way I can be done with it. I mean, the truck we're going to need eventually for moving around the productions and selling that kind of stuff. So, yeah, I'll probably just get a tanker, because the tanker is not that expensive. I think that tanker is down in miscellaneous. Yep. Here are the tankers right here. It's only $21,000. And that will transport a lot of material, as we can see. That is interesting. I did not know it could transport oil. But either way, yeah, we'll just get I think we'll just get a tanker and a truck and put down a source to get water down here. And we can top off these greenhouses, and maybe we'll do the shrubs as well. But yeah, I don't want to borrow more than 5 if I don't have to. So I'm going to keep the money aside for everything else that we need. And then maybe we'll look into these other greenhouses. But we got to get the strawberries up and going. And do I want to get other things going too? Lettuce, tomatoes, strawberries, red cabbage, and flowers. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. But anyways, that's where we're going to wrap it up for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in the hills of Tuscany. But until then, have a good one.